Hey there guys, I am making a Halloween wreath. I have another video out of a Halloween wreath that I made, but I'm doing another one here. I found this sign at Dollar Tree and I do think it is really cute. I love all the little happy pumpkin faces, and I do cute Halloween decor. I don't do scary Halloween decor, just letting you guys know that. I like to keep it cute and friendly for the kids who come to my door. I get a lot of little youngins who come to my front door, so I try and keep things cute and not spooky for them. I used to be a preschool teacher, so you know, I love the little kitties. But I like when the teenagers come to my door too. I always give out candy to the teenagers. That's totally fine. Moving on, this is the sign I'm going to use, and I just got one of these wire wreath forms from Dollar Tree again. So a very inexpensive wreath that we're going to make. I got the ribbon from Dollar Tree as well, and I got 2 packs of these little purple pumpkins from Dollar Tree also that I'm going to put into it. I got some twinkle lights here that I'm going to incorporate into it as well. And this is going to be really fun. So we're just going to have a good time making this wreath, guys. Now, I got the Deco-Mesh, okay? And I got orange, and I got black, and I got the multicolor Deco-Mesh here. And this did come from Dollar Tree. They still have a whole bunch of it. And sometimes, you know, I mean, it's from Dollar Tree, guys. It's $1.25. Sometimes you get these little straggler pieces, and let me just tell you, I just go through and I just cut them like that. And I've never had an issue with them fraying. I just go in and cut, you know, any of the little straggler pieces. And so what I'm going to do here is I am going to start putting my pieces on. Now I've got about 50 of these, okay? So it took me 5 rolls, and I got, again, the black, the orange, and the multi, which was black, orange, and white with some gold going through it. So I already made them up over here because that's a time saver for me. But in case you have not ever used Deco-Mesh, some people may not have, I'm going to show you how I made my little bundles, okay? I'm going to show you how I made these little bundles. I saved a couple pieces to show you. So I cut them about 8 inches long. I have 3 pieces, so there's 1, 2, and 3. And it's just those Deco-Mesh rolls from Dollar Tree. I cut them, again, 3 pieces. I used 3 pieces, 8 inches long. I don't measure it, I just eye it up. And then all I do is I just roll one up. I'm sure most of you have seen this before, but just in case you haven't, I don't like to assume that everyone knows or that everyone has seen the same thing. So I roll it up, I pinch it in the middle, and then I just take this and I just roll up the second one, just like this. And again, any little straggler pieces, I just cut them off. I take the second one, I pinch it in the middle like that. See, I just cut them off. It's no big deal. And then I just take this third one here and I just do the exact same thing. I just start rolling it up. I try to get them tight. I try to make my rolls tight. I don't care if they're even or perfect or this or that, because once you get them into the wreath, it's really not going to matter anyway. Just my opinion. Okay? And then I take a pipe cleaner. I cut my pipe cleaners in half because I'm going to put it on these 2 pieces right here. So it doesn't need to be a large pipe cleaner. Because once you get them all bunched on there, you're not going to see this here, and you're not going to see this here, okay? On the wreath form, we're going to put them in the middle, and they're pretty big, so you're not going to see this, and you're not going to see this top part here. So before we get to that though, I have to attach my pumpkins to our wreath form. And again, I'm going to take one pipe cleaner, and I'm going to cut it in half, just like this. I'm going to open up my pumpkins here because I want to use the cardboard on the back. You'll see why in just a moment. I try to keep everything as nice and neat as I can, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this here. I'm going to put it on the back here, and I try to line it all up so my pumpkin's nice and straight. And I'm going to line this middle piece here and here. And then that way I'm going to know where I'm going to hook him on. So I'm going to put a piece here to hook him on and a piece here to hook him on. And I have my pen right here, and I'm just going to mark it. I want to put him here, and I want to put something here. You know what? I think I'm going to hook him on with 3 just to have extra security, because it does get a little windy, and remember, I don't have a covered porch, so I'm just going to anticipate for the weather and put a 3rd one here. And let me get another pipe cleaner over here. And once you get moving with this, guys, it does tend to go a lot quicker once you get moving. So here we go. I'll have the extra piece over there. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my pipe cleaner, and I am going to hot glue it to my little places here. So I'm going to hot glue him there, and then to extra security, I'm just going to take a piece of cardboard, and let's get that staple out of there. That way nobody accidentally cuts their finger putting this up or taking it down, meaning me. I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue onto this piece of cardboard here, just like that. And I'm just going to press it on like this. And that is just going to give some added security to our pipe cleaner. Okay, just like that. And I can pull him through a little bit. There we go. Just a little added security to make sure that he's going to stay on there. And I'm going to do the same thing over here. I don't want it too big because I don't want it to impede upon our pipe cleaner. I want to make sure that we have enough of our pipe cleaner to wrap him around the wires. Okay, so just going to put him right there. And just going to put a little bit more hot glue onto this piece of cardboard here. I try to make even the backs of my crafts look nice and neat, guys. It just looks more professional. So I do try to paint the backs of things. I try to make the backs look nice and neat. And we're just going to do one more. One more over here. Again, just don't want it to be too big. And I try to clean up as I go. Okay, and just using the little marks we made to secure it, just like so. And then just going to use our last little piece of cardboard and just secure him on, just like that. There we go. Okay. So I'm just going to let that dry for a moment. I got the cool colored lights for this because I thought that would be really neat for a Halloween wreath. I didn't want to use the warm colored lights because those are more, I use the warm colored lights for like Thanksgiving or Christmas. But for Halloween, I like to use these little cool white lights. They're not multicolored. I like to use the cool colored white lights. I said Christmas and I automatically started thinking multicolored lights. So, okay, we've got this on and I think he is nice and dry. So now I'm going to secure my pumpkin onto here. Just putting him where I want him to go. Okay. Over here. Okay. So I'm just going to start by attaching him to the two middle wires here. Just want to make sure I have him on. And then I'm just twisting my little pipe cleaner, just like that. Get my tools here and cut any excess. There we go. And then I'm just going to do the same thing to this one over here. And I'm going to put him there. Because again, I'm using these two middle ones right there. And I got him lined up. I want to make sure my pumpkin is straight. Okay, there we go. I just try to show you guys all the steps. I just don't want you to watch this video and then be like, how did she do that? So I try to show you as much as I remember to show you, as much as I can. So I'm just tying this on here, just like this. And looking up to make sure we are in frame. Yes, we are. Okay, so we got these two done. So we're just going to do this bottom one here and see how secure he is. And again, just using the two middle wires. Just getting him on there nice and tight. Just twisting it all nice and around like that. Okay. And then just cutting off the excess. Just like that. Not too far down. I want to make sure I don't cut too much of the pipe cleaner, but I just don't want to have it sticking out. Okay. All right, guys, so we have our pumpkin on, and all of our pumpkins are on. So what I'm going to do now is I made different bundles. So I made a multicolored one, and then I made just plain black, and then I made some that are just plain orange. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start attaching them like this, using the two middle rings here. And I'm just going to start attaching them, and I just have to twist them around in the back. Just going to hold that here. So just going to start twisting. And once you start putting them on, you bunch them up, and then you don't even see the pipe cleaner or anything. Okay, so I have him on, and just using the two in the back, and as you can see, it's looking nice and neat, just like this. So just turning it over, and as you get them on, again, if you notice any little scragglers, just clip them. That's all you have to do. It is Dollar Tree Deco-Mesh. It's really cute, but sometimes it does fray a little bit. Not a big deal. Just gonna do the same thing with this one. Gonna put him on here using the two middle wires. Just gonna twist in the back. Cut off any excess if we have any. Just like that. Push it down straight and then squinch him. Just like so. And if you notice any stragglers, you can do it as you go, or you can get them all on there and then do it all at once. It's completely up to you. So I'm just going to do a few more and show you, and then I'm going to get them all on. So I'm just taking it here, just taking the pipe cleaner here, making sure I'm in frame, taking the two middle rows of the wire, and then just twisting the pipe cleaner around and securing them on the back, just like so. cutting off any additional pipe cleaner that I don't want there. Being careful not to cut off too much. And then I just squinch it up there like that. And now we're just gonna keep going till we have it all filled. And I'm gonna start over with a multi. And then I'm gonna get my black, just my plain black. And then just my plain orange. And we're just gonna go from there, guys. And it does start moving faster as you get going, but I just want to make sure that I'm showing you. So just twisting in the back, using the two middle wires, pushing it down, and then just pushing it on over. And I like to keep them tight because that way you don't see the pipe cleaner. And then it also holds, if you're using lights, it also holds the lights a lot better. So showing you again, just taking our pipe cleaner, using these two middle rings, putting it right in there like this, and then just twisting our pipe cleaner to hold it on. And I try to get it nice and tight. And then when you turn it over, I'm just going to cut off any additional pipe cleaner that I have left over, and then squinching it all the way to the end, pushing them together, and then you can see it's nice and neat. And then I'm just going to keep going until I have all of this filled. Okay guys, so we have all of it on. As you see there, just like that, all of our bundles are on that side of the wreath. And then I put a little one over here on the other side just to bring some of this over. And then just gonna show you the back. Even the back looks nice and neat and put together. So now what I'm going to do is, I got these cute little purple pumpkins from Dollar Tree, and can I tell you, I just love the sparkle. They are so sparkly, I love them. I'm going to put 5 over here, and then I'm going to put 1 right over here as well. And I think that's just gonna be really pretty, just gonna bring all the colors kind of over here also. So I'm gonna do that. Let's start with this guy here. And I'm gonna put him right there. Gonna tuck him right on in there like that. And this wreath is not going on my front door. It's going to go next to my front door, so I can use hot glue, so that's always nice. And that's just gonna hold him even more in place. Just gonna tuck in, put a little bit, just a little bit more in there. There we go. Okay. And I love the orange and the black and the purple. That's why when I saw these little pumpkins, I was like, I have to get them. I love that. So that is just one of my favorite decor colors for Halloween. It's just the black, orange, and purple. I just think they're so pretty together, that color combination. Okay, so I'm gonna put him there. I wanna have a lot of pumpkins on here. I really just want this to be a happy, colorful little wreath, and I don't want all my pumpkins going in the same direction, so I'm kind of putting, you know, like one going this way, one going off here. I'll have a couple that are going to stand up straight, but I just like when they go in different directions. I just think it looks really cute like that. And then we are going to put on our lights. We're going to put our lights on here in just a moment, and it's going to be so cute, guys. And I am using a generous amount of hot glue. And my hot glue does run really hot. So I'm just gonna get him in there like that. And these little purple pumpkins they're just darling. And for $1.25 you get 4. So I got cheap hacks. Sorry for the crinkle noise. But look at how cute they are with the purple, and then they have like little orange stripes and the little divots of the pumpkin there, and I just think that's so darling. I love that. So, okay, I'm gonna put 2 more down here, and he's gonna go right in there. I'm gonna put this bottom one on first, and then that way I'm gonna know exactly where I wanna put the last one for this side. But don't you just love this color combination? Oh my goodness, guys, I love the purple with the orange and the black. I just can't say that enough. I just really like it. Okay, so then I'm gonna put this one, I'm gonna make a little home for him in here. Maybe have him go this way. Yeah, that'll work. And that's where I'm gonna put my glue so that he stays on, just like so. And that's perfect. Oh, I love this. And again, if you see any little stragglers on your Deco-Mesh, when you see them, just clip them. That's how I do it. And look how cute that is so far, guys. Oh my goodness, and we don't even have our lights on yet. Don't even have our lights on yet. The lights are just gonna make this whole thing just completely pop. It's gonna be so precious. And I really think the kids who come to my door, I think the kiddies are gonna love this so much. So I told you guys, I love Halloween, I really do. I think it's such a magical time of year. I love fall, but I don't wanna scare the little kitties. I think they're so cute when they show up in their little costumes, and I don't want to scare them. So I try to keep everything cute and happy so that when they come to Miss Holly's door, they're not scared. So I probably disappoint the teenagers, but I don't mean to. All right, so I'm gonna put a little glue here, and I'm gonna get a little glue over here. And then I'm gonna get this one glued over there where I want him. Now I'm just gonna hold him there for a moment. Just gonna hold him there for just a moment. Are we done? Is he on there? He is on there, okay. And I see a little straggler, so I'm just gonna clip him because I want this to be nice and neat. Okay. So we got that on there, just like that. Oh, I probably should have held on for a little while longer. That's okay. You know what I think I'll do? I might add another pumpkin. Let's see. How's that gonna look? You know, I think that'll work. Yeah, I think that'll work. And that'll hold him on there. Okay. Sometimes we gotta use the buddy system with our pumpkins, just to hold him on there. We're gonna put another one right there for him. There we go. So they're gonna hold each other in place, just like that. Just gonna put another little drop of glue down in there for him, and there we go. Now they're nice and secure. I really like to make sure things are not going to move around. Okay, so we got that. Perfect, okay. All right, guys, so we have this done. And so what I'm going to do now is, hold on, he's a little glued to my table. Okay, he's really on there, so that's good. So what we're gonna do now is I want to make a bow, and I want to, let's see, I want to put my bow up top here on my pumpkin for 2 reasons. One reason is it's going to cover up this little hole here. And the second reason is when I was taking off the raffia up there, I pulled off a little piece of the pumpkin. So I had to cover that up. And again, sometimes in crafting we have boo-boos, but we can always fix them. And bows can cover up a multitude of crafting sins. So that is what we are going to do. So I'm going to take my ribbon here, and this was the only ribbon that my Dollar Tree had. They had this one, they had the buffalo check ribbon, and then they had, oh dear, they had a black sparkly that was just solid black and sparkly. And I think I'm just gonna use the one ribbon because I just wasn't too happy with the other ones. So I am gonna use this one. I'm gonna put a bow, a nice big bow over here, kind of off to the side. And then I'm gonna use this hole here to also hold it on. So just going to do about maybe 15 inches, about 3 times. And I think that that will work. I think that'll work. And then I want to put another bow on here, but maybe not as big of a bow, but we'll see. As we get going, we'll see. Now this one's not going to have long legs. It's just going to have little legs, okay? So I'm just going to use some little legs here. So I'm just going to get our bow going, and I am going to twist. I am definitely going to twist. There we go. And I'm going to get the second loop on, just like that. I'm going to twist again. The reason is because you see back here, this is the front where the little shiny area is in the middle. It's not on the back. So we also twist so that we see the front of our ribbon. Just like so. Okay, I'm gonna put him there, just like that. And I am going to take this around here. Now I'm gonna twist it, okay? I'm gonna twist it all the way around. And then I'm going to get my centerpiece for my bow. This little centerpiece, just like that. Just twist it around there like that. Just gonna scrunch it together again with my thumb. And then I'm going to twist that and get him on there like so. And then I'm going to do the same thing over here. Twist him again one more time. And there we go. And that is all that we are going to do with him. And this is going to be our big bow. I kind of think that this is going to be a little girl. This is little girl pumpkins because we're going to put like a little bow in her hair. So that's kind of what it reminded me of. It's almost like a little Minnie Mouse pumpkin, but not quite. But I think that's going to be really cute. And so just going to fluff out our little pieces. And again, I'm going to use the little hole here that you see to also hold our bow in place. So I'm going to put that through there. And then I'm going to just twist it on the back to hold our little bow on. I am going to add some hot glue though, because I want my bow to stay in place where I want it to stay. Because I want to make sure I cover up that little boo-boo. Sometimes when you take those raffia pieces off, sometimes they're glued on really well, sometimes they're not. And of course, this time it was glued on very well. So it took a little bit of my pumpkin with it. But that's okay, it can be easily fixed and hidden. And that's exactly what we're going to do. With just a little bit of hot glue, holding him where I want him to be. Okay. And there we go. Just gonna have our bow nice and fluffy. I'm just gonna hold it down for a moment so that it stays in the place that we want it to stay. Okay. just like that. And then I'm just gonna dovetail this little end here. I only have one little leg, but that's okay. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it. Our bow looks precious no matter what. Nice big happy little bow we have there. I think that looks great. Gonna get this side a little bit fluffy over there. All right. So we have that on there, guys. We have our bow on. I'm gonna have it hanging up here in just a moment, and you'll be able to get a better view of it. But now down here, I want to put something down here, and I really want to use the other pumpkin. I have one purple pumpkin left, and I really want to use him. I don't want him to feel left out. So I'm just going to take a piece of ribbon here just like this, and I am just going to twist it in the middle like that, just like so. And all I'm going to do to this is, first I'm going to dovetail the ends, just like this, because I don't want to fiddle with it too much while the glue is drying. Okay, so I'm just going to put a little piece on here like this, just to have a little ribbon come down here at the bottom like that. Okay, so we have that on there, just like so. And I'm going to use my little tool here to hold it down so I don't burn my fingers, because again, my glue gun runs very, very hot. So we have that there like that. Okay. And we're going to take our last pumpkin, and I'm just going to put him right here. And I think it's just going to be cute. And it's just a way to bring some more color down here and to bring the eye down here. So we're just going to hold him on there just like that. I really hope we get a lot of trick-or-treaters this year. I love old-fashioned trick-or-treating on Halloween night. I have so many childhood memories of me and all my little girlfriends and my cousins running around our neighborhood, and we had such a blast. We would always have one parent from either my mom and dad or one of my friends' moms or dads, or an uncle, and they would kind of stay behind a little bit, and they would just watch us kids, you know, to make sure we didn't get too far off, make sure we were always in their line of sight, you know, and just to make sure we were safe. But we just had so much fun, and I feel like we just developed so much independence of knowing that, you know, for one night on trick-or-treat night, that we could just go out and, you know, run from door to door. And that's also how we got to meet our neighbors. And growing up in my neighborhood, I lived out in one of the suburbs outside of DC. We just, you know, we knew all of our neighbors, and I think one way that we got to know them is through Halloween and trick-or-treating, you know, because we would go up to the door. And I remember one of our neighbors, his name was Mr. Chura, and he and his wife, Mr. and Miss Chura, they were very sweet people. They brought the kids inside, and then my dad knew him. And again, we always had at least one adult chaperoning. We all went inside, we had hot cider, we had popcorn balls, and they were just like, how are you kids? How are you doing? You know, how's school going? And, you know, we had a couple of neighbors do that. And again, we were chaperoned. We weren't all by ourselves going into someone's house. We had a chaperone. But it was just such a fun time. And I grew up in the 80s. And so we just had a blast, guys. We really did. And again, we got to know our neighbors. And I guess that's why I love Halloween and trick-or-treating, because, and I keep it cute. I don't do gore and all that other kind of stuff, but it was just a wonderful time. And, you know, we had a great neighborhood, and we got to know our neighbors, and it was just a night of freedom and magic. And I just had really fun memories. So moving on, Okay, I'm done talking for a minute at least. Okay, so moving on, I'm gonna clean up a little bit as I go. Just try to get some of the trash that I am accumulating out of the way. I'll put that over there. I'm here, no worries, I'm here. Okay, so this is what we have so far. We've got our bow up top here. We've got all of our little Deco-Mesh rolls over here on the side. We've got our little pumpkin with a little bit of ribbon down here at the bottom. And now I'm going to add on the lights, guys. I think this is just going to pull it all together. And I'm going to show you how I use a piece of pipe cleaner and another piece, just another little scrap piece of cardboard to hold the lights on in place. And I don't hot glue them to the back. So I'm gonna get my lights on first, and I'm gonna turn them on, that way I can see them. And so what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to tuck them in and around like this. Just gonna kind of go in almost like an S shape. Almost like an S shape, just gonna tuck them in. Because the Deco-Mesh is so tight that it's going to hold them in place, I promise. That's why you want to get your rolls really nice and tight, especially if you're using lights, because it will hold your lights in place. And so we got that there. Let me pull it down a little bit over here. There we go. And this is a pretty good length of lights that we got going here. And I want to make sure that I don't just have them in the front. I want to make sure, oh my goodness, I'm barely in frame. Sorry guys. I want to make sure that I have some, I want to make it look like the lights are kind of everywhere. I don't want to just have them in the front, if that makes sense. Okay. So I'm going to tuck him, get him down in there and tuck him. And then I'm going to bring this around over here again. I'm just going to tuck this one in there. Just getting them into place. They are really bright, guys. And I got these little lights again from Dollar Tree. And they are really bright. I'm going to fiddle with him in a minute because I want him facing out as much as I can get him to. Just gonna tuck him in there. There's no rhyme or reason to this, guys. I'm just tucking them where I think they're gonna be secure. And if I see a scraggler, again, just gonna cut the scragglers. No big deal, we can fix it. There we go. And then just gonna bring him around here and tuck him in there. Like so. I love the lights. Oh my gosh, I love these lights. This is so cool. They are really gonna brighten up. They're really gonna brighten up my front porch. And that's another thing for Halloween. I try to make sure that my porch is nice and bright. And that way, the kids and the parents can see what they're walking up onto. Okay, so we have them on. So I'm gonna tuck this wire down here. Okay, and I'm just wrapping him underneath some of the Deco-Mesh. Now I'm gonna go back here really quick because I was trying to see, can I get this guy to face up? This one little light here. I wanna see if I can get him turned around to face upward. There we go. Okay, that way you can see him more. Okay, oh, and I got a couple more scragglers. It's Dollar Tree Deco-Mesh, guys, and there's a couple ways you can prevent scragglers, but it really doesn't bother me too much because, again, I just go through and clip them, and it's not a big deal. And it kind of reminds me of the old days when I was little and I would get my Barbie haircuts. There's a reason why I'm not a hairstylist, and I'll just leave it at that. But I used to get my Barbie haircuts, and yeah, it didn't work out too well. So anyway, just kind of reminds me of that. So I'm going to turn him around because, again, I want the lights facing out. I don't want them facing into the Deco-Mesh because I want them to be really nice and bright and seen. There we go. Awesome. And they are really secure over there, guys, so no worries. So how I'm going to hold them on. Oh, look, that worked out well. I don't have to use the cardboard. I'm just going to take my Deco-Mesh, not my Deco-Mesh, I'm sorry. I'm going to take my pipe cleaner, and I am just going to put it underneath. Just going to put it underneath here like that. And then I'm just going to pipe cleaner it on. I don't want to smush my bow, but it looks like I might have to refluff my bow. No big deal. And so this is how I keep it on. I don't hot glue my light container, and for two reasons. One, I can reuse the lights, and two, my glue gun is so hot that I wouldn't want it to melt the plastic over here. Okay, so I have my lights secured on nice and tight, just like that. I'm gonna try and make him lay a little flatter. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna turn it back around. I'm going to refluff my little ribbons here because you guys know that I'm a stickler about my bows. I like my bows to lay just right. Okay, and now I'm going to hang him up, and I'm going to show you guys how cute this is and how nicely this turned out, and I really hope you guys like it. Okay guys, so I'm in my office and I just wanted to show you how he turned out, and just going to give you a closer look. This is how cute he is. And it just took 5 rolls of the Deco-Mesh from Dollar Tree. I got orange, black, and the multicolor. There's our little bow right on top there. We added the lights in. There's a couple more of our pumpkins because I love the purple. And then we just brought some of the ribbon down there as well. And that is just how cute he is. I think the kitties are really gonna like it when they come to my door for trick-or-treating. So this makes me really happy. And now I'm gonna show you with the lights off because I love those lights. Oh, there it is, look at that. Look at how cute that is. I cannot wait to have this next to my front door because I use glue so it can't go on my front door, but it can go right next to my front door. And it's also just gonna help keep my front porch nice and bright for Halloween night. And I think that will be really cute, and I think the kids are gonna like it, and it's all about the kids. So I hope you guys liked this video, and if you did, I'd really appreciate it if you gave me a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much for stopping by. I would love it if you would subscribe. I have a lot of videos. I've got a lot more coming out. And I really hope you guys like this. And if you celebrate Halloween, I hope that you have a fun and safe Halloween night. I hope your kids have a good time. I hope everyone stays safe. And until next time, guys, take care, and I will see you later.